So, flooding of Harvey's magnitude, it's rare. Well, except for Allison. Oh, and then the 2 floods last year. The first thing when you guys are running into houses that are flooded is you kind of have to have an honest conversation with yourself as far as what you can stomach. And you want to decide that before you go in, because once you're in it, it's too late. You know, the closest thing is that every property you buy, you have an expert come in. Basically, an inspector goes through a house and finds clues as to what issues there might be. There's just some very basic questions. Did the house flood? Then if it did flood, how high and how long was the water in the house? If it's above the receptacles and the outlets, you should definitely have an electrician look at it. So then we get into, all right, the house has been flooded, and now we need to know, well, what corrective measures have been taken? And more importantly, when were they taken? And then the other thing was the work done by a professional. You know, it comes to putting it back together, especially when we're talking about, can you tell what's happened with the drywall? But I mean, there's no reason that drywall should have a moisture content higher than 15%. Okay, so first thing, before you even go to the house, there's a website, Harris County FEMT. One of the tabs on there is Flood Education Mapping Tool. That's what the FEMT stands for. When you click that tab, after you click the disclaimer that Harris County has on there, you can put in an address, and it'll show you that house in relation to the floodplain. Another one, the other tab that's interesting is just the hcfcd.org tab. Right now, that's kind of serving as the Harvey tab. All right, so the big magic thing that everyone worries about is mold. Please keep in mind that a house can have a mold problem without it being flooded. As far as finding mold, your nose is a huge place to start. You know, you need to look for it too. Now, since we're talking about that, you can buy a test kit for $50. Especially if you got visible mold, you can just swab it, send it off, and they'll send you the results. Usually with remediation, the first thing is all the drywall just has to go. If the framing hasn't actually started to decay, you know, you can clean it. And bleach is not the best for treating the framing. One, just because the wood's not porous compared to like drywall, that sort of thing. If anyone's interested on things that are good for killing mold, borax is really good. Vinegar and hydrogen peroxide.